I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent training. In this video, we'll look at how to pronounce and spell 12. So the word 12 has a bit of a challenge because it has some consonant clusters in it. So first it has the blend with the TW at the beginning. What I suggest with any word that has multiple consonants in a row is to build the word, leaving some of the consonants off and then putting them back in, and that should help you. With 12, the way to build it, I believe, is to start with the word well. We have letter E says the or red tent vowel, so you can match that. For example, read, well, said, well, to be able to get that sound correct. And then once you can say well, add your T. Well, 12. The tw combination is not too common in English. We use it also in a few other words like twin, but that might not be something very comfortable for you. So make sure that with your W, that you're rounding the lips, and you have to be ready for that as you're saying your T sound. 12. You can, if I start with the T, well, I'm going to end up with an extra sound in between those two. I don't want it to sound like too well, but rather twell. So have your lips ready for the W. Then probably the most challenging part about 12 is putting the V, the voiced V sound at the end. For many people, the W and V sounds can be a little bit indistinct from each other. The W of 12 has rounded lips, and the V at the end is my lower lip and upper teeth coming together, and the sound continuing, flowing through with a buzzing vibration. You can see more about W and V in my videos for that here on the channel, as well as in our Sounds of English course. I break down all of the different sounds of English and talk about accent error patterns you may have on them. So it's particularly challenging to put the V after the L, 12, V. So lifting the tongue. One strategy I suggest to make this a little bit easier is actually to start not just with the word, but with some two-word phrases. For example, if I say 12 is my favorite number, I actually say that more like 12 is. It's all linked together, but I can think of that V sound as jumping onto the next sound. Typically, that's easier for many people than sticking the V right on the end after the L. So you could try that viz 12 is, 12 is. Or, for example, we would often say, I'll take 12 of them, 12 of. Same thing. You can think of it as 12 of. All linked together. So if that helps you get the V sound on, great. Also, notice that when we change to 12th, spelled 12, we have the ulf and th together. So my v sound turns to a f sound, loses its voicing, and adds the th sound. I do have a video specifically for 12th because that's also a quite challenging word. So I'll put a link to that here in this video. You can check that out next. You can see videos for other numbers, pronouncing things like 14 versus 40, ordinal numbers, decimal numbers, also on our channel. I'll put some links in the description for this video if you're looking for some help with those particular numbers. You can also leave a comment or question if you have a number that you struggle with, or a word you'd like to see me cover in our Word of the Day series. Feel free to leave that in the comments for this video. As I mentioned earlier, you can get more help for the fundamentals of pronunciation in our Sounds of English course, and more advanced help in our American Accent 6-week course and our Real Talk courses. All of those courses are either free or available for under $2 on SpeechModification.com. They're a great resource to build a strong foundation to pronounce anything you want smoothly and easily in everyday English. My name is Christine Dunbar, and I'm from SpeechModification.com. Remember, if you want to sound like a native speaker, you can do it. SpeechModification.com. Looking forward to seeing you in our next class. Thanks, everyone.